Hi and welcome to my channel. Now here we go. This is one for a bit dangerous today, playing with fire, but I'm only putting a couple more videos up now, so I managed to dig some more out. I don't know why I keep saying this is my last one. I'll get my spade out and I'll see to dig up another one. But yeah, today's video, I've got one more coming today as well. I'm going to have two on the trot today. Going to be both really controversial here. Anyway, the first one is about the bass and treble. I can hardly believe I'm saying it. I said that, bass and treble. Yeah, we're going to alter them. Well, I did anyway. Yeah, now is it correct to alter this bass and treble? Now, maybe a purist audiophilist wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. We'll be staying well clear of the bass and treble. In fact, their amplifier hasn't got a bass and treble on it. It's just got a volume control, and that would be it. And don't ask me how the amp's set up. Do they put in a wide range of signals? Maybe you can tell me. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. You can probably tell I don't know what rubbish I want to come out with. But do they actually put a sweeping set of, different kilohertz all the way up the range and get a completely flat response at the other end? Is that how they set them up? Because it's supposed to be what goes in should come out exactly the same. Is that what they do with these amplifiers with no bass and treble? I don't know. Do they put a slight, their signature just slightly into it? I don't know. But yeah, so normally you would not a pure audiophilist would get the source and it want 100% coming out the amplifier, and hopefully the speakers are going to match up and they're going to give out exactly what's coming in, just at a louder volume obviously. So yeah, today bass and treble, like I say, the reason it's come across, I ain't really dug it out because I just tinkered around, and when I do my reviews, just get this fact straight as well, when I do my reviews I don't alter the bass and treble. Like, they're both on zero, no gain either way. So they're both on zero, and that's how I do my reviews. But I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, I think, that one amplifier is okay, sounds pretty good, or something like that. And if you just turn the treble up a couple of notches, it sounds that much better. It just brings that top end in where it was a bit rolled off to start off with, kind of thing. I have mentioned it in a couple. I can't remember which couple they are, but they are out there. And if you want to go and scout through, you're going to come across it. But you have to trust me, I did mention it. Right, okay. So that's it. So yeah, so it kind of improved a little bit. And now another bit of a controversial bit into this video is that it's your perception of the sound. It's how you like it. And you could get someone to come around and say you mustn't touch these under no circumstances, all that kind of stuff. But I think it just gives a little bit of a tuning capability to tune into your speakers that may be a bit rolled off, maybe a bit bright, that kind of stuff, as long as you don't go too mad. Now the reason also, I just got to bring this into it, it's like a bit controversial maybe this as well, is that who's to say how that CD or that vinyl is supposed to sound? No one knows. Apart from one person, probably the person who's actually produced it, the producer at the studio. He knows how it's supposed to sound, no one else, because he's put the track together. He's increased the decibels on whatever recording he's done. He's moved that little slider up to bring in the guitar a little bit louder than it should be, or exactly how he thinks it should sound, that kind of stuff. He's brought in the cymbals, he's brought in the vocals, all that mixture he's done in the studio, and every record's going to be different. And who's to say that someone's going to come around and say, no, that doesn't sound right, there should be a little bit more guitar, should be a little bit this, a little bit that. How do they know? The only person knows is the producer. But we can have a good guess. I think. We can definitely tell that if it sounds out of key, it doesn't sound right. We've got all that going for us, and a few of the amps I've done, I think I've mentioned it doesn't sound quite right, all that kind of stuff. So we can have a good guess anyway. I'm not saying we've got no idea at all. We can have a bit of a guess, but we don't know categorically 100% how that should sound. A bit like if this was a fake, I don't know, Nike t-shirt. We could all have a guess if it's a fake, and sometimes it's clear as day that the badge is put on crooked and all that kind of stuff, but you can get some good copies, etc. And the only person who can verify in court and say 100% categorically is the manufacturer. They'll send a representative over and they'll sit up in court and say that's a fake or not, and the judge would say yes or no, depending on his evidence. It won't be no one else's evidence. It won't be the police just guessing that's a fake and that's it. If you pleaded guilty, well, then obviously they're going to go ahead. But if you plead not guilty, they're going to have to bring the bloke in to verify it. Okay, so it's a bit like this. We are guessing a little bit. And like I say, the reason I've mentioned it is because this amplifier here, this receiver actually, I've been listening to it for a few days now. And it's I do like the sound of this. It's a nice receiver, and for what I paid for it, it was only £50. So it's really nice, and it's one of them things that you're going to listen to. It's going to draw your attention. You put another track on, you think, oh, this sounds good. Maybe doing something in the background, think, oh, this sounds good, and all that kind of stuff. It keeps you involved, and it's one of them things you want to play another track, you want to play another CD, you want to put another bit of vinyl, and all that kind of stuff gets you engaged. It's not one of the things I've had enough of that, let's turn that off kind of thing. Right, okay, now let's go a bit further on. Now I'm not saying go mad, turn this to number 5 and all that, I didn't do that. And you will notice if you've got a few different amplifiers in your collections or receivers, maybe a little experiment you could do. And you must notice, because I've noticed, and it can't just be me with a few bits and pieces I've got here, you're going to get some, and in the past, mainly the stuff in the past, they're a little bit more brash, a little bit more noticeable. Now these are supposed to be, normally if you look up the specs, plus or minus 10 dB, if you look it up. So we can adjust the bass and the treble plus or 10 dB. But you will kind of get some that sound like, it's not that, it's different. Some may just sound like, even if you had it full on, it's probably only, I can only hear about 5 dB of it, because it still sounds nice, it isn't sucking in all the sound, that the kind of white noise kind of sound isn't like, it's, you know, it's really trying to amplify something up. And you'll turn another one on and you think, oh, turn it full on, oh, it sounds terrible now, I've got too much top end here, it's sucking all this white noise in it, so I'm getting all like noise in the background coming in that shouldn't be there and all that stuff. So you will get that, you're going to get some that do it quite nicely and some that don't do it so good. So some that probably control it better and some that don't. And that's what I noticed on pretty much all my stuff I've had. Some are really good at it and some are terrible. You just turn it up, if you've done it to number 3 kind of thing, you've knocked it up 6 dB. It's plenty, it's far too much, let alone doing it full on. But on this particular amplifier, even full on, it's pretty good. It's not bad, you know, it's not bad at all, it's pretty good, keeps it quite controlled, it's not over the top, it's not, you know, too much. But all I've done on here, because like I say, it's pretty much maybe fine-tuning the speakers. You're going to get some speakers a little bit rolled off, some speakers a little bit bright. So you can kind of do a little bit of matching here, matching them up. Obviously, like I say, as long as you don't go too far one way or the other, you're going to spoil it a bit too much. But then again, it is what you like to listen to. I never have the loudness on, that's another thing. I never test anything with the loudness on. I'll never actually do the review of the loudness. The loudness doesn't come into it on any of the amplifiers. I think from a Pioneer I may have done, an old Pioneer there, I did say that it sounds a lot better with the loudness on the 5300, was it? Okay, so anyway, what I've done on here, just like I say, I'm sitting here, I put the treble on 1 notch. So it's plus 2D theoretically, because I've got 5 notches here. I just turned the bass down, I hardly touched the bass, I turned it in between 0 and the first notch. So it's, we could say 1 dB, which this doesn't sound a lot. This little adjustment here doesn't sound a lot. But I'm sitting back listening to it and I think this sounds fantastic now. This sounds really, really good. I'd enjoyed it before, but I'm enjoying it even more now. So what I'm saying in this video is that, and I like your comments down below as well. We've got this bass and treble controls here that are no-no to a lot of people. And like I say, as long as you don't go mad, I think just a slight adjustment and you're going to just tune your speakers in a little bit more, or maybe tune into how you like that particular music. As long as you don't go mad, just that little bit of a difference. It doesn't sound a lot, there's 2 dB and 1 dB either way on these kind of controls, but it does make a difference. And a difference I think you're going to enjoy. So that's it. So I've got one more video coming and you're going to see what it's all about if you go and watch it. Until that video and next time, I'll say thanks for watching and see you all soon.